Hi friends! So welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Kelly. I'm an evolutionary astrologer based here in Hawaii. I do natal chart readings, I do forecast readings with a evolutionary astrology bend, which basically means we like to look at the chart as a map of the soul's many lifetimes. So um, there's like a lot of information about like lessons your soul's been working on in like multiple lifetimes, as well as like what kind of soul contracts your soul made to learn in this lifetime. So basically, what your soul's wanting to do and learn about in this lifetime. And I also cover all the other like planets and like the houses and their relationships. So yeah, if that interests you, please check out my website. You can book a reading there. Otherwise, yeah, we can dive into today's video. So I'm going to be starting a new series where I go through all 12 of the zodiac archetypes. I've been wanting to do this for a while now, so I'm super excited to get started. So I'm going to start with Aries today, and then I'll make a video for each of the signs. And yeah, I hope it's going to be like very validating, fun, uplifting. That's kind of my style with my readings anyway. And so the best way to use this video is you want to pull up your chart and you're going to want to find if you have any planets in Aries. So obviously if you have your big three, sun, moon, and rising in Aries, this video is going to be very applicable to you, but you kind of also want to look at your chart and see if there's any other planets like Uranus, Neptune, Mercury. If you have those in Aries, you can also use this video. Basically, so yeah, pull up your birth chart, look for any planets in Aries, and then you're going to use what you know about the planet, and then basically the planet expresses itself is through the sign. So for example, if you have like Mercury in Aries, that basically means, Mercury's all about communication. So the traits that I'll be discussing in today's video, that can be applicable to your communication style. Or if you have like the moon in Aries, that means like your emotions, or even could even be like your mom could kind of be like the traits I'm going to share. So yeah, that's how you can use this video too. So let's dive in. So Aries, to me, it's all about new beginnings, and it's a fire sign, so it's really embodies the spark of life. Because Pisces, the sign before it, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. It's all about endings. It's about kind of like returning to source. And then Aries is about, basically you start all over again. You're beginning again. So it is like the baby of the zodiac. And Aries essentially has to swim like out of the depths of the waters, the murky, dark waters of Pisces, up to the surface to get, to breathe, to be able to like start life. And so that kind of journey, it takes a very special type of soul and person. It takes a lot of, like strength is the word that comes to mind when I think about Aries, tenacity, resilience. So Aries, like people, you really embody those qualities. You innately have them in you. And yeah, it just, you're really in that process of like being born again. You're like, it's an incredible journey, to swim to the surface and really make it. So there's like a really strong survival instinct when I think about Aries as well. And so for that reason, I feel like Aries people, you can go through some really intense situations, like very high pressure. Yeah, just like anything that's like requires a lot of just like strength and resilience to get through. Aries is your person. That's you. You really embody that. So really own that. If you have Aries in your chart, just know you have immense strength and bravery within you. You can literally conquer anything you put your mind to. That's like the power and the force that Aries like represents. It's just like this super strong energy, just very forceful. It's the ram, it's just ready to like charge ahead. You also have incredible leadership potential within you. That's because Aries essentially like leads the way, right? It's the first sign. It's really out there, kind of jumping into the unknown, and that's where it really thrives. It's like forging its own path. So there's like a lot of just natural leadership that you do, just because you have the Aries people are just so good at like taking action. That's like a word I feel like really embodies Aries. It's like bravery, courage, and action. So I think, if you have like any idea or like project, you have no hesitation. You're like ready to just like jump in. And I think that can like really inspire a lot of people, because I think other signs and other people, they may hesitate, or they may like talk themselves out of it. But like Aries, that's your strength. Like any idea that excites you, you're ready to just like jump right in. And that can really, yeah, like just serve, especially for the people around you. People might not even tell you this, but people are so inspired by your ability to take action on your goals, your dreams, even your interests, or just things that excite you. I think this world is like full of people who doubt, they hesitate, they like talk themselves out of it, or they listen to like society or like other people's voices. But Aries, I think, um, yeah, you're really good at like kind of listening to your instincts, which Aries people have crazy good instincts. I think that doesn't get talked about enough either. And you just kind of know, like, oh, I really want to do this. I really want to try it. And I think another thing about Aries is you have like such a competitive spirit within you, because you're ruled by Mars, which is like the god of war. It's a warrior. But I think where that competitiveness comes out is when like you put forth, like you're talking to someone like, hey, I have this like idea, I want to try this out, and like the other person's like, that sounds crazy, no way you can do that. And that's exactly what Aries loves to hear. It loves opposition. It loves a challenge. It loves to prove people wrong. So it's like the more people tell you like, no way you can do that, the more you're like, okay, like let me show you. I'm going to prove you wrong. So I feel like that's what really gets Aries going as well, is just to like, yeah, like show other people, and also just more importantly show themselves that like they can really accomplish whatever they put their mind to. And so I think that rolls into like the leadership is like Aries, you're like the fact that you can like take action and also like make it through some crazy situations. It really inspires people. Like your spark for life, your zest for life, that energy, it's extremely infectious. You might not know it because it's like so natural to you, but people are so drawn to that. Like you can really light up a room with just being who you are, and really just like living your life. Like I think it's inspiring to see other people like really fully live their lives without hesitation, and that gives people courage to live and try to do things in their life as well. So know that like that, I feel like that's really your true leadership qualities that you possess. The other thing with Aries, like what I was saying, it really it has so much energy. It's a fire sign, so obviously like y'all have crazy good energy, you can harness. And the thing with Aries, though, it really thrives when it has some sort of like conquest or like goal it can put its energy into, because otherwise I think it'll come out sideways and like you want to like fight people or you get angry with people. So yeah, like having a goal you can go after, I think it's really healthy, really good, beneficial way for you to use your energy, your God-given energy. I think with Aries too, something I want to talk about is it's a very it's a very independent sign. Uh, Independence to Aries is like breathing. Like it really needs that. It's so important to Aries to be able to like have space to do, follow its instincts, which are usually good and right, and yeah, like execute and show people, you know, what you can do. Like that's Aries in a nutshell. And so I think where that comes out, where you might be wanting to watch out is like in the workplace, especially. I think Aries may run into situations where it might clash, especially with like authority figures, so like bosses. Like I think you really need a boss who can be supportive and give you some like autonomy. Sorry, I'm like scratching myself because I'm getting eaten alive out here by mosquitoes. But yeah, like you really need your independence and autonomy. Because like what I was saying, like Aries has like crazy good instincts. And the thing about it is like, especially in the workplace, like you may have like this idea and you know you can accomplish it. Like there's just something about, you know, your energy levels, how resourceful you are, your instincts, you know you can do it. But I think when you share that idea with someone else, they're living in a different reality, right? Like they don't have the same experiences you do, same, you know, energy. So to them, it might seem not possible. And I think that's where that clash can happen. So yeah, having you know, bosses or just coworkers that can like give you the space to kind of do things, and know it's more about like I think the best environment would be one where like you can get results and they don't mind how you get there. Essentially, those are some of the like the strengths and positive points of Aries. So talking about maybe some of the things that you're like working on in this lifetime. One of the things is, so because Aries is very much like a child, it's like the child of the zodiac, that can come out and manifest as like immaturity and stubbornness sometimes, because you know, like children, like they want things. Aries are like children in that like they want things now, they want it their way, and when they don't get their way, they get angry. So for you, Aries, your anger is something that you'll be really working on in this lifetime. Like that's going to be a big part of your journey to really understand, unpack, uncover, and just really you're looking and learning about ways to not let your anger become destructive. Because anger is like very healthy, it's very natural. But with Aries, because there's so much energy you have, it can really blow up when you don't really understand. You're really learning how, when, and where to say things. You're really learning too about like learning to pause and know that you don't always have to react to a situation. Because I think Aries can, like, the reason it's very like effective sign. It gets a lot of stuff done, but um, yeah, you're learning that like not every situation has to be so high pressure intense. You don't always have to respond to something so quickly, and like learning to pause, to just give yourself a few minutes or seconds to just wait, you know, and see if there's a better way. That's really what you're working on. The other thing with Aries, just like children, they can get a little impatient, and that's because they are the first sign. So they basically like go first, right? They're like the torchbearers. They're leading the way. They're setting the path, and then they gotta wait for everyone else to catch up, and that's what causes them to feel impatient because it's like, wait, I like figured all this out already. Like, why is everyone else taking so long? Like, everyone else is so slow. Like, that definitely crosses Aries' minds a lot. And I don't think Aries gets enough credit for, like, it's a really savvy and smart sign. Like, it's really good at figuring things out very quickly. That's another strength that you have. Um, and yeah, like, just waiting for everyone else to figure it out can be like excruciating. So it's kind of a similar message of like learning to like pause and, you know, practice patience. I think is something else that is really big on the journey, and like it's a lifetime practice really. And like every sign has something they're working on, but I'd say the anger and the impatience, are the two big things for in my mind of like when I think about Aries is what they're learning. Yeah, overall, like I think Aries is like, it's such a fun sign. It's such a life of the party. It's really also like, much like Scorpio, it's very loyal. It really like loves its people. It shows its love by the way they will really like jump in and like be there for people and like really protect people. I think that's where their like warrior spirit kind of comes out, is if like someone needs help or someone is in like a crisis, like Aries will be there for you. Like they're kind of like your ride or die too. Because on the flip side, like if you've got something fun going on, you got a crazy adventure idea, like Aries is most likely down. Um, so yeah, I'd say overall Aries, like, you know, you're so brave. You're much stronger and more courageous than you think you are. You're really learning about your, you know, how to like pause, I think is like a big thing, and how to really maintain relationships, I think too. So not letting yourself get impatient and angry, um, so that you can continue to have relationships, because Aries loves people. Like, I know it's not Libra, but it does love people, and it loves its people really hard. You love experiencing everything life has to offer, so go get it, go take action, live your Aries best life, and just know, yeah, like the people around you are like so inspired by what you do by just being you. So that's my take on Aries. Thank you so much for listening and tuning in. And if you like this video, like please subscribe. I'm really wanting to like build my YouTube channel, so that would help me out a lot. I'd appreciate it. And like I mentioned, so I do natal chart readings, forecast readings using evolutionary astrology techniques. So if that sounds interesting, you can check out my website, book a reading. And yeah, I'm going to be posting the rest of the Zodiac videos. So yeah, check those out. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Okay, bye.